Hi, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what makes the British Council different, what makes our upper secondary courses different, and why we feel that studying with us will really help to build your child's confidence. Confidence not just in their knowledge of the English language, but in their ability to use the English language for international study and in really international workplace environments as they get older. So, why believe in the British Council? We think you should believe in us because we were founded in 1934 as a cultural organisation, and the first thing we did was to teach English in Cairo in Egypt. We also did teacher training work and published English language teaching materials right from the outset. We have a global network. We work in over 100 countries. We have teaching operations in something like 70 teaching centres in over 40 countries, and the Secondary Plus course, which is taught in Vietnam, is also taught in those 40 countries. So you can be assured this is a global product developed by a global team of experts, but it's been adapted to suit the Vietnamese context and Vietnamese children. So we have a suite from Learning Time with Timmy in early years to Primary Plus in primary, Secondary Plus, and then upper secondary, academic and IELTS. We have globally over 2,500 teachers who are specialised in teaching in these different age groups and are constantly trained and retrained with updated methodologies and techniques. What are the key features of Secondary Plus, IELTS and academic for students aged 15 to 17? Well, they are asked to participate in the kind of tasks and activities which mimic real life situations. There are activities which involve soft skills development, academic skills development, and exam skills. What's the difference between academic and exam skills? Academic could be essay writing, research, any of the topics or skills that you need to perform successfully in an academic environment, whereas exam skills are specific to the exam that the child is preparing for. So in this case, it's IELTS. So there are IELTS practice components in the course, but there are also general academic skills and other skills like team working, presentation, digital literacy, and so on. The children basically are asked to take on real life tasks, because we find that when children are asked to do something meaningful to them, something that they can see a use for as they get older, then they are far more motivated, engaged, and the learning environment is much more positive. Secondary Plus is built around a series of magazines, and those magazines build little by little into something more akin to a course book, but we give the information, the knowledge, the language that we're building up to the students as magazines, because those are project-based, task-based, connected to the particular language that the magazine is developing. So the magazines are very popular with the students. They give us very positive feedback. They're bright, they're colourful, they're interesting, and they fit to the interest of students. And it also means that we can update those magazines more regularly than you can do with a commercially available course book. Therefore, they retain interest and engagement value for the students every year. In this age group, it's particularly important that we help the children find their voice. They're no longer children, they're growing up, they're young adults, and they want to be able to express their opinions. So another feature of Secondary Plus is that topics are chosen which are motivating and engaging and relevant to young people in the 15 to 17 age group. We also provide, as I said earlier, we're a global organisation, and we provide opportunities to connect with people in every culture. This is usually done on a voluntary basis. It's not necessarily part of the course, but it means that your child, if they want to, will have an opportunity to try to connect with the same age group in another country. So we're very excited this autumn to have a presentation competition which starts off at a national level in Vietnam. Your child will have the opportunity to submit a video about a topic that they feel passionately about. They can do a presentation about that topic, a global issue that has local relevance, and the winners of that competition will take part in a live streamed event with children from other countries like Sri Lanka, India, Hong Kong or Korea, and those finalists will all do an international presentation to a live audience, which could include you as the parents or guardians of those young adults. So in summary, what makes us different? What makes our secondary plus IELTS and academic course different? We have expert teachers. We use materials that are exclusive to the British Council. They're available nowhere else, and they are only for us to use, developed by our global team of experts. We have project-based, skills-based lessons, opportunities to communicate with the same age group, teenagers in other countries, which really helps develop your core life skills, academic skills and exam skills. And our teachers have been trained carefully to communicate effectively with the students on their progress. So they ask them every lesson, what have you learned, what more do you need to learn, and they review every lesson, evaluate, give feedback. That feedback is passed on to you by the teaching team a couple of times every term, and you can always make an appointment to come and speak to the teacher if you have any concerns. But at this age, we tend to deal more directly with the students because that also teaches them responsibility. And what makes us stand out as an organisation? Well, we have wraparound systems. We have the global competition as a wraparound to the academic study, but we also take seriously things like data protection, information management, health and safety. We have the highest international standards in these areas, and in terms of safeguarding, child protection, we have some of the most stringent guidelines in Vietnam. That means you can rest assured that your child is comfortable and safe in the learning environment here with us. We do that because one of our core values as an organisation is valuing people. We value everybody. If your child has a particular or special educational need that you want to communicate to us, we will do our best to negotiate with you how best we can support their development. Because we value all people, and because we're preparing your child for international study and international communication, we have a diverse workforce. We have teachers from many different countries, many different nationalities, and we do that deliberately because if you narrow the choice of teachers to native speakers, for example, then you do not expose children to the range of accents and Englishes that they need to be successful in the workplace. All of our teachers have the highest standards, the same levels of English and the same qualifications and experience. As I said before, we are very, very stringent about who we recruit, but we deliberately choose an international workforce so that your children will feel part of an international community. And it's that which builds their confidence, not just in their knowledge of English, but in their ability to use English with a whole range of people.